If you have been asking yourself lately, how should I prepare to have my first child as a first-time dad? Then you most certainly are ready to start a family. Now, how awesome is that? Believe me, you'll enjoy every bit of it. There would be some tense moments, confusing moments, but that's all part of the game. Each one of us go through it and find help along the way, so don't stress yourself too much. Hello folks, I'm Rajesh Raju, the dad blogger and proud dad of a 2-year-old daughter from whom I keep learning about life every day. What I say in here are life experiences. So let's start from the point where you have decided to start a family and find out what you need to know and do now that you have taken your decision. Preparing for your first child. 9 things first-time dads must know. Point 1. Talk to your partner about new beginnings. First things first, very practically put a baby as a responsibility apart from the endless joy. So both of you need to be in agreement that the time is right to have a baby. Speaking of which, there really is no perfect time to start a family. It all depends on how comfortable you are mentally, physically, financially, and age-wise. In your 20s, you have time on your hand, not so much in your late 30s and early 40s. But overall, you don't have to wait for perfect conditions so long as both of you are ready for it. Once you have decided that you want a baby, get down to things as quickly as possible, like you do with any other well-thought-out decision in life. Point 2. Meet a gynecologist. Oh yeah, I know, you're laughing. But that's for you two, mate. It's not just something your wife has to do alone. Though of course she'll be getting all the attention from the gynecologist. If you are in it together, which you are, this one is an important part because you get a better understanding of what's involved in the whole process. You'll be asked to go through a series of tests along with your wife to ensure that you are physically fit to have a baby. In all probability, these tests could involve a sperm quality test as well as an AIDS test. So don't be alarmed, you are not being judged. It's the usual procedure these days and every couple goes through it. Just go with the flow because it's all for the good. To locate a good gynecologist, talk to your family and friends and go for the person that sounds the most comfortable to you. You could also try a search on Google with the Near Me functionality or use an app like Practo. Above all, ensure that she is an experienced person and comes well recommended for her care. Point 3. Check your finances. Remember that your decision to welcome a baby into your family has a money angle to it. Your expenses will certainly increase and cover new territory from the moment you decide to start a family. The first would be fees for the gynecologist and the medical tests. Once your wife is pregnant, medical visits will be frequent and you'll have to cover it apart from your regular monthly expenses. And if we're talking about traditional Indian customs and ceremonies, there'll be lump sum money involved there too. Therefore, think ahead now. For instance, ceremonies for the newborn that involve giving the newborn jewelry will cost you money. Looking at the price of gold today, you would be well advised to join a gold scheme at the earliest. You'll agree that it's comfortable buying expensive things in installments rather than buying in lump sum. It would also be a good idea to find out from family, friends, and the internet the cost of things like baby supplies and furniture, etc., so that you know what to expect in terms of spending. Since your finances will be stretched without doubt, it's best that you plan it all out well. Point 4. Get maternity insurance. This is the best time to go for an insurance plan that will cover the pregnancy and delivery expenses if you haven't already considered it. The earlier done, the better. In my case, I had to do this in a hurry, at the last moment, and though I would like to think I got a good deal, maybe I would have had a better one had I planned things well in advance. I had opted for the Religare Joy Health Insurance Plan that gave me a short and comfortable 9-month waiting period for maternity-related claims. That was the deciding factor in choosing this insurance plan as I did it at the last moment. You can check out some of the better maternity health insurance plans in India much earlier than I did by doing a search online. My blog post has a link to an article if you like. Once you have decided on an insurance provider, Check with the hospital you have decided on for delivery to see if they are a network hospital of that insurance provider. And also check if the hospital has a well-equipped neonatal intensive care unit or NICU. Remember to keep all your insurance documents, even emails you exchange with your insurance agent, organized so that you can retrieve it the moment you need it. You could keep all your physical insurance documents in one box, labeled clearly, and all your insurance-related emails in a separate folder in your email inbox. Most importantly, always keep your policy number in your wallet, along with the basic details of your policy, the telephone number of your insurance agent, as well as the helpline number and email ID of the insurance provider. Point 5. Start a savings plan to meet surprise expenses. While you check your finances, make paka plans, and arrange for maternity insurance, there is one more financial necessity you must pay attention to: savings. You need to keep aside a fixed sum every month to meet unexpected expenses not covered by your medical insurance or by your paka plans. Remember that your paka plans are made based on little information that you have, and there's so much more you don't know yet. Therefore, keep aside a tidy sum and do not touch this money. Trust me, you'll be a happy man when the sudden and surprising need arises and you find that you do not have to stress yourself to meet it. Unimagined, unplanned expenses will pop up throughout the pregnancy period and immediately after baby is born. It's this extra savings that will save the day for you. Probably the best thing to do is to open a separate bank account and save regularly just for this purpose. Point 6. Avoid late-night movie binges. Now that you have decided to take the plunge, it's time to be together as much as you can. You can get this done by making easy changes to your work and social schedules, and also to your before bedtime routine. This means avoiding bringing your work home, late-night movies, and other screen time, because these are a waste of energy. They drain you and make you tired easily. Therefore, try to avoid these as much as possible. You need to make that mental shift to get this working. And to make that mental shift, make small changes to your environment. Get to work early. Finish early. In this way, you can spend more quality time together. Secondly, remove all the clutter from your bedroom to energize it positively. Make it a warm and relaxing space. Go baby posters shopping with your wife and hang them in your bedroom if you like. Also, from now on, whenever you are working on your laptop, avoid resting it on your lap. Continuous exposure to heat from the laptop can lower your sperm quality, and you don't want that to happen now. I have linked to an article on this topic on my blog post if you want to check it out. Lastly, remember to very consciously keep your cell phones in your back pocket or backpack when you are carrying them around. Point 7. Get nutritious home-cooked food. You are what you eat. Therefore, it makes sense to eat sensibly, and that means good, home-cooked food cooked fresh every day with fresh ingredients. If it's just the two of you at home, and it's going to be that way till baby arrives or even after, now would be a good time to hunt for a cook. If you have a cook, but you are unhappy with the cooking again, this is the right time to look for a new one. I say this for a good reason. A couple of months into her pregnancy, your wife could hate cooking smells because of all the hormonal changes happening in her body. For another, this is also the ideal time to choose a good, healthy diet routine that you can continue when your wife is pregnant. If you can, please avoid broiler chicken entirely. However, if you must eat chicken, choose homegrown or free-range chicken. Similarly, there are also certain fruits like grapes, apples and mangoes that you could have less of or avoid completely. They could quite possibly be laden with harmful pesticides and chemicals. For more information on food and pesticides, check this blog post where I have linked up to articles. If you must have grapes, apples and mangoes and vegetables like cauliflower, wash them thoroughly in cold water. Don't trust your cook to do this for you. Wash your vegetables before she arrives every day. Furthermore, it's better to soak your vegetables, particularly tomatoes, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, and spinach, and fruits in salt water or vinegar water before having them. Point 8. Surround yourself with calm. Work can be stressful. Sometimes social life can also be stressful. So you need to consciously try not to bring the stress back home. I know this is easier said than done, so here are a few tips to make your home peaceful and a sanctuary of calm. First of all, get your home organized and clutter-free. After that, bring home these calm inducers, lamps, aroma diffusers, and cushions. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it at all. As a matter of fact, mood lighting and sweet aromas can calm any place. Cushions can add coziness. It's a perfect setting you'd want to come home to. Add soothing music that the two of you like, and things would be just right. I have linked up on my blog post to an informative article on how to make your home more relaxing. You don't need a home like the ones shown in the article, but you could pick up some really neat tips there. Another avenue of calm is prayer. If you both believe in prayers, you could begin praying together regularly. It would be a transforming experience that would bring the two of you even more close to each other. Point 9. Expect delays but never give up hope. Would you hear good news a couple of months after the two of you have decided to start a family? Maybe. Maybe not. However, if it's a maybe not, do not be discouraged. It's not the end of the world. Firstly, give yourselves time. Be together as much as both of you can. But also give room to each other. Relax, laugh more, stay positive. Stop worrying. Talk about babies, visit friends and families with babies. Decide a name for your baby, one for a boy, one for a girl. This would be a very joyous exercise that you could do together. The whole point is to stay calm and collected and never worry about, what lays there in the future. You could even shop for gender-neutral baby things like mittens, scarves, in neutral colors, pink and blue. Secondly, going on a short holiday together would also be a very good idea. You don't have to splurge on a holiday. It could just be a weekend getaway to some cozy place near you. You could research your destination on websites like TripAdvisor, Booking.com, Holiday IQ, and this would be a very happy thing that the two of you could do together. The research, Finally, and most importantly, keep up the good vibes. Stay happy and positive very consciously. It wouldn't be long before you hear good news. So let me sum that up for you. If you are preparing for your first child, these are the 9 things you must know as a first-time dad. Point 1. Talk to your partner about new beginnings. Point 2. Meet a gynecologist, both of you, right away. Point 3. Check your finances and plan for new expenses, for there surely will be new expenses. Point 4. Get maternity insurance today. Point 5. Start a savings plan to meet surprise expenses. Point 6. Avoid late-night movie binges. Replan your nighttime routine. Point 7. Get nutritious home-cooked food and avoid junk food at all cost. Point 8. Surround yourself with calm, especially at home. Point 9. Expect delays, but never, ever give up hope. So here's wishing you all the best from me, Rajesh Raju at DadBlog.in. That's all from me now, folks. Cheers and happiness always.